Yags might call across the room, and he always made fun of my legs because I have really small legs, and when we get in the shower, he'd start making like chicken noises and shit like that, and I'd be like, "Hey, dude, like, there's something going on down there that I don't know if you want to get into a war of words with me. So you can talk about my legs all you want, but we can go further." So the one thing I take away from Yags and all the Czechs that I got to play with is the laughter. They Yags is certainly not like any other superstar I think that has ever played the game. He first of all is so passionate about the game, like most of them are, but he's not this serious guy at the rink all day long. He's joking from the time he gets there in practice to game time, in between, all over the map. It's joke after joke and making fun of each other, but in a fun way, not a malicious way. Everything is about fun. So man, it
Barney,
was
do you think?
awesome. But
Hey, Barney, just to jump in on that, do you think that hurt Yags a little bit in the early, like he didn't really show like the last 10 years when he came back, that second lease on life. Like Yager was fun and lovable, and he was kind of the old man, but still productive, but more of a role playing type player. Where when he was that elite talent, he kind of hid himself and didn't really show that he could be that fun guy.
that would be very fair. And again, when I got there in '99, it was around his ninth or 10th year in the league, and then I saw him change before my eyes. Even how less critical he was on himself, I think, on a daily basis. He truly wanted to be the best. And I think when you go through the first 5 years, I have a son that plays in Finland right now. I told you guys this before, and he finds it hard, even though they speak pretty good English. Going over and being in a different country, that's fucking hard, man. That's
Mhm.
really, really hard. And I think Yags is one of those guys that the more he became comfortable with English, the more he became comfortable with North America, and knowing he was one of the best players in the world. I think when he did come back and near the end in Pittsburgh, it wasn't all great. He went to Washington. There was some good and bad there.
Yeah.
And when he did come back, he realized, listen, I love the game. I'm going to be a Hall of Famer. I have a shit ton of money, and I'm really going to enjoy life. I'm going to enjoy playing the game. I'm going to go to the gym. He's not a big partier or drinker, uh, but certainly loves to have fun. So it was just awesome seeing him there and get that accolade. I mean, you got Mario Lemieux and him, and then you're going to have Sidney Crosby. Those jerseys are going to hang over the rooftop for forever. So just a lot of laughs, a lot of memories, man. It was pretty awesome.
How was I saw the one clip, obviously, which was funny, of his speech with his girlfriend.
Yeah, that was so
How was the
great.
speech overall? No, that was funny.
That's him. Like he didn't change, and you don't see Yags nervous very often. He was nervous to go up
Nervous.
and speak.
Yeah.
But that's him. Look, remember when the girl threatened him that she was going to take the picture of them laying in bed while he was asleep? He's like, fuck that, give me the phone. And I love it. I mean, that's I think how most of us would be. Like, don't be ever held hostage if it's not going to put you in jail. So and that's Yags, and we all laughed. And when he talked about me, he's just like, what a beauty. And that's just the way he is. I think the downfall, where the alcohol and everything on the weekend, is when I told him, Mario, and Francis that I still could play on a team and play 12 minutes on a Stanley Cup contender. They're like, all right, time, time to fucking go to bed, kid.
Cut him off.
So when you're surrounded in a room, or like a weekend like that, and you're talking Mario, you got Jagr, you got Francis. I mean, there's so many A-listers that are there. Who's the guy that most people are listening to, or who controls that room there, Barney?
I'd say
Ronnie.
Yags, only because Mario and Ronnie are just more reserved,
Yeah, they're pretty quiet
right?
guys, right? Yeah.
They're they're funny in their own rights, and but they aren't gonna really overpower of room in front of wives and players and fans. They're going to sit back, they're going to have a glass of wine, and they're going to talk, tell stories, but they're not going to be loud. Yags might call across the room, and he always made fun of my legs because I have really small legs, and when we get in the shower, he'd start making like chicken noises and shit like that, and I'd be like, hey, dude, like, there's something going on down there that I don't know if you want to get into a war of words with me. So you can talk about my legs all you want, but we can go further. So I'd say Yags just because of his dynamic personality. He's the one that people gravitate to. And Mario is just, he's a 6'4", 230-pound legend that is just all class. And you kind of, I refer to Mario as like Mark Messier. They're just classy. Not that like Gretzky is classy, but Gretz will tell stories and come up and above other people and make people laugh. Mess is one of those guys you look at, you're like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be in the same room as this guy. We go to the nicest restaurant in Alla Familia, great Italian restaurant. Mario literally takes one sip of the wine and he goes, this isn't going to fucking work. He goes, I need a wine list. Yeah, out comes the Opus, out comes the Tignello, out comes the good shit. He's like, this is not going to work. That's something that Matthew Barnaby is not going to say. I'll be like, keep the cheap shit coming unless the Penguins are paying.
Have you seen Mario's wine cellar? Like apparently it's a stuff of legends.
I have. Yeah, it's pretty remarkable.
What's Jagr? Is Jagr still playing?
He is for his team.
Yeah. Okay. Is that Kladno? Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still got that hunched over back, and hey, it's great. At least his girlfriend can see him play now, so that's a beautiful part of it.
What's the best Jagr story on the ice? Like what the one time the play that we've seen the 91 and the 92, like those goals against Chicago. Yeah. Did you remember one in the late 90s when he had three guys draped all over him?
The clip out there is where he's falling, and then he just sticks his stick out. And he puts it top shelf. You're like, everyone else braces that they're going to run into the goalie or the post or whatever. And he's got a guy draped on him and he literally sticks out his stick. To me, I remember the series when we were the 8th seed against New Jersey. He literally put us on his back and we beat the number 1 seed. And it was all Yags. But when I just remember him picking up the puck on the half wall on the power play. And he's got a horrible slap shot. Like he cannot take a slap shot. Like we'd laugh after practice and feed him, and literally he can't take a slap shot. Now he's got a bend on his stick like that. He's got one of the wickedest wrist shots I've ever seen in my life. He's like, I might not be able to take a slap shot, but my wrist shot is way harder, way more accurate than your slapper. I'm like, yeah. You win. You win.
Yeah,
I'll set up the rookie party.